Stop falling over. Okay. Hi, my name is Kate. I'm also known as Two Little Kits. Welcome to my FlossTube. I think I'm up to number 60 if I remember correctly, so that's pretty cool. I've got a lot of works in progress to share, as you could probably tell, so let's get started. My desk is a mess. Okay, let's dive straight into works in progress because there's a lot. And I'm feeling very rushed this week, and I will explain why as well. To begin, I don't remember if I've worked on this week. I feel like I have, but I'm gonna share it anyway. I'm up to this with this stitch along. This is the Greenhouse of Oddities by Lola Crow cross stitch, and I'm currently working on this stuff down here, which I can show you a bit closer. Hopefully that's in the right spot. But this is almost finished, sort of, almost finished, sort of. There's still this part to go, which is part 10, and then there's a big tree that takes up like most of this area, and it like has a bit that flings out to the side as well. And that's the last part. I haven't been focusing on this because of other stuff, but I am hoping to get this finished this year. That would be super cool. I'm pretty sure I did do a little bit of stitching, but it was like a little bit of stitching, not a lot. So there's that. My next work in progress, is it in here? No, it's not in here. All right, it fell down, hang on. Now, I dropped things again. So this is another one where I feel like I've done a little bit on it in the last 2 weeks, but I'm not certain because time doesn't exist. But this is coming along really nicely. I'm now that I'm like looking at it in the little screen up there, I don't think I've done terribly much on this. I'm likely going to keep all of this these lines here, no matter like whether or not this lines up with the edge of this or not, because I can, because I said so. I don't know, but yeah, this one, I'll be working on this one once all my ornaments are done, because this one is a Christmas present for my husband. But I really like how this is looking now that the thicker back stitching is in place. And yeah, let me know what you think with the, so I've done obviously all of this and all of the black work stuff in one strand, and then all the outline stuff, like what I'm currently working on, is 2 strands. Let me know what you think. I'm doing the thicker stuff in white as well, whereas all the black work and these horizontal lines were in a variegated floss, which I'll show you because I just picked it up off the floor. It's this one here. So it's really faint on the black, but if you look up really close, you can tell. So yeah, that's that one. Before we get into ornaments, because there's lots of those, there is one other thing that I definitely have been working on, and that's because this is my new car project. So basically, if I find myself sitting around in my car and I haven't brought my ornaments, basically, then I work on this piece. So this is an old one. This one is, I can't remember what it's called because it's been a while. Enchanted Forest Map. This one's by FlossyFoxShop, and it's just, yeah, cute. It's in her signature colors and her style, and I'm doing it on 18 count, so it's shrunk to almost the same size as a piece of paper. It's a little bit bigger, but it's very cute. I'm currently working on the bright orange. Yeah. So that's what I work on if I find myself stuck in my car with nothing to do, which is more often than I care to admit. Oh well. The last set of works in progress are ornaments. So let's go through the ornaments, because last FlossTube I didn't share where I was up to, and now I can't remember why. But anyway, there's lots of work done on these because I've been a busy little beaver. So there are 11 of these, and so far I've done all of the skin, because skin's what I do first with portraits. And I've done pretty much all of the, is that right? Yeah, all of the cross stitching. This is the one I'm actively working on right now. I'm currently doing details. Oh no, this one. So this this is nothing. This one is cats. So I only just got together the floss colors for the fur of the cats. So this one will be more exciting next FlossTube. Anyway, let's keep going. The only cross stitching that's left to do is like this guy here, where he's got facial hair, and I've been cross stitching facial hair instead of doing it realistic stitches for at least the last 12 months. I'm pretty sure I did my ornaments last year with cross stitch facial hair. I find it easier to make it look nice. Some of these look a bit weird because not all of the elements are in place. That one's got a bit of fluff on it. This is the first of 2 of my Hanukkah themed pieces, which is very cool. I'm very excited about that. And then there's, let me just have a peek. And this is the last one, so that's 11. So yeah, that's all of these. And that's taken up most of my stitching time. Whenever I can, I have it all in this bag, which you can buy on my website, by the way. It is called Floss Daily Tote, and this is amazing. I love it. It's huge and it fits everything. Like, it's got all of my patterns for these in it. It has a project pouch in it, and this is like, once I finish a section of all of the works in progress, they go in the bag so that I know which ones are which. And right now I've just taken them all out, so I want to show you. And then I've got all of my colours and some some extra skeins. I'll show you, why not? Oh, that's the needle, the active needle that can go in there. But yeah, I'm doing this for all of my stitching to keep them all nice and flat, but I also have extra skeins of colours that I was really low on already, and also just colours that I knew I would be using a lot. And there's a little bit of fluff in one of them, a bit of fabric, and a little snip of something. Go away. So there's all that. But I've got 3 working colours sitting on top. So 1, 2, 3. But there's all colours underneath it. And I've got spare needles, and I've got my little Ort section. So there's my Orts so far, which is a lot of skin tone. Everyone that has an ornament this year is Caucasian, or at least like that's their skin tone. I'm not gonna dictate whether they're Caucasian or not, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of pinks. I've added in metallics because I want to incorporate metallics into the floral stuff that I do last. So the next thing that I will be working on after I've done all the details, like the back stitching details, is hair, and then I do all the florals. Wish me luck. I feel like I'm doing all right this year because it's today that I'm recording. It's the 20th of October. And try and put this all back in here while I talk. And that means I've got, you know, about a month still to go. I want to give myself more time to take photos and videos this year than I have in the past 2 years, because I have really rushed that the previous 2 years, and I've sort of come away really unhappy with the volume or lack of volume regarding imagery and videos to use in posts and stuff like that. So I will be planning out every angle that I want to get at a minimum, every video that I want to get at a minimum, and going from there. But I want to give myself more than like 2 hours, which is I think what I did last year, because I wanted to ship it all out as quick as possible. But yeah, anyway, that is all my works in progress for this past fortnight. Let's move on to a thing that I did on Instagram, which was showing off 2 pieces that I found while I was tidying up of old stitches that I've done. So this one, there's 2 of them. The first one I finished. I went back and I finished it back in 2009, and I know that because I signed it, but I definitely did not start stitching this in 2009. I am 99% certain that both of these I worked on when, like, before I turned 10, I'd say. So this is the first one. And yeah, I don't know how much I did in 2009 when I finished it. I did a reaction video, which I will link in the description below. You can see me reacting to my own work. You know, there are some crosses that aren't great. It looks like I've done 2 strands and it's on 14 count, so it's like really sparse, and I'm not a fan of that currently. But other than that, like, I'm really impressed and pretty proud of myself on how this looks. I'll go like that so you can maybe see the detail a little bit better. So there's that one. The back is a mess. There's the back. It's got like a little dangly bit and everything. I'm leaving this as is, by the way. I'm not touching it. It is what it is. And the other one is not finished. And again, I'm not touching it. I will not be finishing it. It's just going to be a work in progress forever. But this one I'm also really impressed with. Yeah, as you can see, it's not done, but that's okay. And there's sort of opportunity for more detail. And the back on this one is a little bit cleaner, but it's still pretty messy. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that I found those, and the way that they were in their packets, they were like this, so you couldn't see them. You could sort of see the back because I had the skeins of floss behind them, but they were behind this piece of paper, and so I would like deliberately didn't open it until I started recording a video, and yeah, I was impressed. So that's that. I thought that might be cool to share. I don't have any finished pieces because I have been just working on ornaments mostly. Let me see if I've got anything in my notes. Where are my notes? It appears I've deleted my notes. I don't think I did any notes anyway, but so to explain that, I've been using Notion, the app Notion, to try and organize my life a bit better, because it's a really good way to do to-do lists and to journal and to just take notes and a bunch of other things. It can be sort of what you need it to be, basically, but it can also be what you need it to be in different areas of your life. I went to my twolittlekits page, basically, and it was looking really weird, so I deleted some things, and I appear to have deleted my FlossTube to-do list, which it wasn't really a to-do list, it was more of a checklist, I should say, and it's gone. I don't know where it's gone. I could probably get it back. No, it's gone. Okay, whatever. Anyway, and of course, there's gardeners outside that are now making a bunch of noise, so that's awesome. Rum, rum, rum. Okay, so I've waited for the gardeners to go away, and now I have no idea. Like, I totally lost my train of thought. So because it's been crazy, I will go into IRL stuff. The main thing that's been going on this past 2 weeks is my medication. So I think I talked about the fact that I am coming off of a medication. It's called Effexor. If you know of it, you'll understand that it is horrible to be coming off of it. I don't recommend that you try it if you can avoid it. But basically, as of today is the first day that I did not take the medication the night before. It is rough. The low doses that I've been on have been rough, and it's just meant that I have not been a very pleasant person. I have not been a very effective parent, and it's taken a lot to be able to just focus on ornaments, for example. And the gardener's coming back, but whatever, you guys can hear it in the background, I apologize. Thankfully, today I actually saw my prescriber 2 weeks early. She was sympathetic and she's like, you're experiencing way more symptoms than we would anticipate that you would be, so let's help you out by getting started on something new now rather than in 2 weeks. So fingers crossed, I'll be starting a new medication. It'll be tomorrow morning. I've got to go and pick it up, obviously, but I should be able to start it tomorrow morning. I really hope it's going to help. It should actually also really help with the side effects that I'm dealing with regarding coming off of Effexor, because it should like counteract a lot of the stuff that I'm dealing with, if that makes sense. So yeah, these 2 weeks have been really quick, but also just very busy mentally, I guess. I did release a new pattern that I did talk about last FlossTube, which I will carefully take off my wall. So it's this one here. You can get it on my website. It's called It's Okay. Yeah, it was a nice distraction in a way. I did this over a couple of days, I think, just because I've had so much practice cross-stitching. Like, this might take someone a long time to do, but it only took me a little while, which helped because I wanted to get it out on the 12th of October to raise awareness of Mental Health Day, which was, yeah, on a Tuesday. So normally I would have released this on the Monday that I didn't do a FlossTube, but it felt really relevant to do on that Tuesday. So yeah, this is the piece, and it's very beginner friendly, and I think it's super cute, and it's a good reminder for anyone that's dealing with mental health struggles, in my opinion. So you can go grab it now. Yeah, links in the description. On that topic, my wall is looking very cool. I have been adding a couple of pieces every now and then whenever I think of it. I added this one up here, which I'll show you up close. So I've actually stitched this one 3 times now. This is also a pattern of mine. It's called Store Bought, and it comes in 3 colors that you can get in the pattern itself. And the reason I've stitched this 3 times is because back when I was designing it, I also got a message as I was designing, like very early stages of designing. I got a message from someone saying that they wanted to have a piece that talked about serotonin. They wanted to have one for themselves and one as a gift to, I think, their doctor or something like that. And I'm like, that's perfect timing. I have this in the works. This is the concept that I have. What do you think of this? And she's like, that's perfect. But I want one in blue and I want to gift one in purple. So I'm like, okay, I was designing it in pink because that's kind of what I do. I do flowers mostly in pink. And yeah, so I ran with it and made 3 versions of it, basically. So yeah, that one's available. That one, I think I finished, yeah, last year was, I signed it? Yeah, I finished my one of this last year. I've completed the 2 that was commissioned last year as well. And then I did this one in my own time so that I'd have a piece as well. But yeah, I really like the go away. I really like the concept of this one, so I wanted to make sure I had a copy of it too. I can't reach putting it up without getting up. So yeah, that one went up on the wall as well, and there's a couple other new things, which is cool, in my opinion. I'm so happy with these new command hooks. They work on this textured wall thing that we have. So yay. What else has been going on? I'm gonna look at my calendar while the gardeners go crazy. So there's only been a couple of other little like random things. I'll close that because it's too bright. There we go. I was a mystery reader at my daughter's class. So I went into their school and surprised her and her class and read a book, which was super adorable. They were there was this one kid who, it had been very like made very clear by me and her teacher that I was from Australia and that I speak with an Australian accent, right? That was set, that was clear. And then I started like speaking a bit more, and this boy shot his hand up in the air, and without like waiting to be called on, he's like, "She's got a British accent." And I just like, no. But no, it was the whole thing after the story was like question time, and the question time was, it sort of turned into a, I'm from this place and my parents are from this place, not asking any questions. But I don't mind that. I just thought it was funny that question time was more of a statement about yourself time. And yeah. Oh yeah. The last thing was that my mum and her husband had finished and came back to Australia their trip to England. So I'm super jealous that they went to England. I would love to travel basically, and I've never been there, and I think that would be super awesome. And I was watching all the photos that she was posting on Facebook, and I'm just like, I want to go traveling now. But I want to go back to Australia because I want to be a tourist in my home country. I also really want to go to New Zealand, which is just across the ocean from Australia, if you don't know. And because I went there when I was in my teens, and I did not appreciate it. And it was beautiful from what I can remember. And I would, yeah, love to go and see it again as an adult. But traveling is expensive and not easy, especially with a kid with special needs. So we will see when traveling can happen, when, yeah, the money situation fixes itself a little bit more. But anyway, I have no idea what else to talk about. I'll be quite honest. I did get some haul. I got some new 6-inch hoops, finally. And I got a new nugget. Actually, I'll show you my nugget. So this is the one that I was gifted, and this is the one I just bought, which is, it holds things. So it holds things. That's adorable. I don't know what to call this one. The other one is called Bruce, and this one I think is going to be a girl's name. I just have to think of a name. And I will put a link in the description about where you can buy them. They're all one of a kind. So if you see one you like, you should grab it, basically. But they're adorable and they make me happy because they're just little happy nuggets. But yeah, so those are two things that I got this week, apart from floss, which I've been using, so yeah. And I showed you most of the floss anyway. Yeah, I don't know what else to chat about, so I'm gonna leave it there, and hopefully this will be an easy FlossTube for me to edit because my brain is all fuzzy. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the description for links to all the things that I've talked about, as well as other links for useful stuff. I just went to a mental blank. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you around the internet. Bye.